All right, so every once in a while, you stumble across a document online that it makes you do a double take. And well, we've got one of those for you today. On the surface, it's a job description, but trust me, it's for a job that you have never, ever heard of. So let's dig in and figure out what is really going on with this undercover coder. Okay, check this out. This is the one line, right from the project overview that just hooked me. Attend interviews as the client. I mean, let that sink in. That's not a typo. The whole point of this job, the core requirement, is to literally become someone else to land them a job. It's absolutely wild, and believe me, we're just getting started. So that really is the million-dollar question, right? What kind of job asks you to do this? Who is posting this? And what does the role actually involve? We are going to break down this incredibly detailed document piece by piece to understand the mission, the playbook, and of course the high-stakes reward for corporate impersonation. All right, so first things first, we need to define what this role even is. And the document is super clear about this. This isn't just about being a programmer who works behind the scenes. No, this is about becoming the ultimate stand-in, a complete proxy for another human being in the professional world. So they've actually given this role a name, the proxy developer. And look at the definition. This isn't your typical freelancer or consultant, not even close. We're talking about someone who handles the entire workflow, from the very first job application to writing production-ready code, all under the client's name. And really, that's the heart of it, isn't it? This isn't just one job. It's like 3 jobs rolled into one. You have to be a master job seeker, a super smooth communicator, and a top-tier engineer. I mean, the range of skills required here it's incredibly diverse. Okay, so we know what it is, but why? What's the actual goal here? The document lays out the mission with military-grade precision. It all boils down to 2 very, very clear objectives. All right, here they are. Step 1 is secure the job. The proxy developer has to run the entire hiring gauntlet. We're talking recruiter calls, technical interviews, the whole thing, and land 1 or more full-time developer positions. Then comes step 2, do the job. Once they're hired, they actually have to perform all the tasks, delivering production-quality code, all while keeping up the act. Now, you're probably wondering, how in the world do they pull this off? Well, it's not just winging it. There's a super detailed 7-phase playbook that covers the entire operation, from the very first job search all the way to reporting back to the actual client. Let's walk through exactly how this whole thing unfolds. Just look at this workflow. It's so methodical. It kicks off with phase 1, the job search, and then phase 2, applying to jobs under the client's identity. Then you've got this intense interview prep in phase 3, leading up to the main event, interview representation in phase 4. If that's successful, it's on to the offer and onboarding. Then the real work begins with active development in phase 6, and the whole time they're in phase 7, reporting everything back to their actual client. It's a seriously meticulous plan. But let's be super clear here. Phase 4, interview representation. That is the absolute heart of this entire operation. This is the moment of truth. This is where the developer has to walk into a high-pressure interview, look people in the eye, virtually of course, and convincingly pretend to be someone they're not. So what kind of person does it take to be this professional stand-in? And more importantly, what's the payoff? The document is really specific about both the skills you need and the money you can make. And what's so fascinating here is the balance of skills they're looking for. I mean, look at the left column, the technical skills. That's all standard stuff for a senior developer. Full stack, databases, cloud, CI/CD. But then look at the soft skills on the right. Confident English communication, interviewing under pressure, strong negotiation ability. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They're listed as core requirements, every bit as important as knowing how to write code. And here it is, the reward structure, laid out with beautiful, stark simplicity. For all this work, all this pressure, all this acting, the proxy developer gets half, a clean 50-50 split of the salary from the job they managed to land. So what does a 50% cut actually look like in dollars? Well, the document estimates a typical monthly earning of over $4,000 for the proxy. Now, if you do the math, that suggests they're targeting jobs with annual salaries well into the 6 figures. Suddenly, that 50-50 split becomes a very powerful motivator. Okay, so last but not least, how is success actually measured in an operation like this? The document leaves absolutely no room for interpretation. It provides a crystal clear set of acceptance criteria that defines what a win looks like for the whole mission. And here's that final checklist. See, it's not enough to just get the job. The interviews have to be handled confidently. The code you deliver has to be production standard. Deadlines can't be missed. And all communication with both the company that hired you and your real client has to be totally transparent and flawless. So when you boil it all down, it really comes back to this one crucial line from those acceptance criteria. The whole thing hinges on this. The developer performs the actual job effectively under the client's identity. Success is defined by the ability to effectively do the work while wearing a mask, to completely and successfully take on another person's professional identity. And that leaves us with a really fascinating and maybe a little unsettling question. In a world of more and more remote work, of digital-only interviews, could this model, as bizarre as it sounds right now, be more than just a weird one-off? Are we getting a glimpse into a strange new future for the job market? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.